Okay, good evening, good evening, good evening. Well, it's evening when I'm doing this. Maybe you're watching it in the day, but this is the evening. Anyway, welcome. This is Buick. I want to tell you about the focus board. So, what brought this on was that I noticed that I'm happily working and I'm in the zone and I'm getting work done, and then I for whatever reason I get tired or I need a break, and I find myself checking Facebook or emails or statistics. And the trouble with that is that they're probably the worst things to check, because once you do that you go down a rabbit hole, usually somebody else's rabbit hole, because you get distracted with something that's interesting or needs action or whatever, and then it can take you hours, if not all day, and in other words never actually getting back to the work you were doing before you checked. So I thought I need to stop going down rabbit holes, particularly other people's rabbit holes, because I can get to whatever needs doing when it's suits me, when my work is done. So I decided that the best thing that I could do would be to look at my own thing. And that's what the focus board is. It's my own thing, my own marketing plan. So, you put your main project here, and you define what your future project is. You might put a statement here of what you want to happen, and then these are the kind of metrics you might measure it by. So the amount of turnover you make, the number of subscribers you have, and the sort of the brand or popularity of your brand. I.e., if you put it into Google search or however you want to kind of measure your own success. Okay, but this is probably like the 10-year plan here, and then we work backwards to to work out what we can do to get to that level, and that's what the rest of the focus board does. So I mean, you can see that as well as being a great reminder to keep you on track and to remind you of your own why and why to keep you motivated, it's actually basically a part of your your marketing plan. So you put in your basic metrics, that's how many users you want, then you work out how many hits and views and impressions you need in order to get that many subscribers, and then obviously you can run whatever campaigns you need to run in order to get those to happen. So straight away we know what kind of marketing and social marketing we need to do to achieve our future goal. So as I say, this might be in the future, it might be 10 years or whatever. Let's say it's 5. So this one might be our 5-year milestone, this might be a 2-year milestone, this might be a 1-year milestone, this one might be a 6-month milestone, and this one might be this or a quarterly, probably a quarterly milestone, and no, sorry, 6-month milestone, and this one might be monthly milestones, and then basically you can put in the milestone will be whatever it is you want to achieve by then. It can be anything you like, number of products, number of users, number amount of income, whatever works for you. And then basically the main actions you need to do that. So if you need to get subscribers and you want to do it with paid advertising, this might be the number of paid adverts that you have. Or if you're doing content marketing, this might be the content that you need to create. Or also you'd say that you need to create certain numbers of content, and then the asset would actually be either the content that you're creating, or the advert that you're making, or the video tour that you're doing, or whatever it is. And then the most important thing is the multiple ways you're going to promote that. Okay, because we just don't want to do one asset and only promote it one way. We want to promote it in multiple ways, and I explain how we do that inside the course, I guess, a membership. I call it a membership actually. And then the other thing is that all the business, no matter how complicated we make it, it's basically only ever consists of these 3 rings, which is basically about your product, about the people who want to buy it, and about how you're going to tell them that it exists. And you can see that these are color coded to go with those. This is the project name down here, and these are the kind of the actions that you can take to do this. Now, one of the things is you don't have to fill them all in at once. So we might just start with one product, you know, but we might have 2 groups of people, and then we might have 3 bits of promotion. Okay, but as I say, we don't need to fill them all in. If you want a clearer view of that, you might want to, you know, detail your asset more and detail the promotions more. In actual, I was going to take this one out, but I've left it in case that helps you to think and plan what you want to do. The way I think it needs to be done, and the way I'm going to do it, is this. I know that looks a bit overwhelming at first, but this is really what needs to go on every month. So there's only 5 assets you need to create every month, and there's only 5 promotions for each of the assets that you do for each month. But in total, it's 5 assets and 25 promotions. So as you can imagine, 25 promotions in 1 month, that's almost 1 a day. It means that you're going to be pretty visible. Okay, and again, we're going to talk about how we can create the assets and how we can do the promotions inside the membership. If you want to join the membership, you can go just click.com/focusboard, and you'll also get access to stage 2 as soon as that's released. Okay, and stage 2 is going to cover things like the magic source, which is your buyer pool, also how exactly we create this content and all that kind of stuff, and how we tell our story, you know, and create our brand in there. But the main thing is that every time you feel like you're you know, you need a break and you want to distract yourself, you can remind yourself of the big picture here and your targets. In actual fact, I'm going to jump to this one, I think, because, you know, this shows me kind of where I am and what I need to do next. Okay, and if I want more focus on that, then I can just click through to this one, and then if I want to know what I could actually be doing about it, then I'm going to click on this one. As I say, I'm going to kind of skip that one, but if it helps you to visualize it, then, because it gives you more space, then by all means do it. But this is really, you know, the action plan, and as you know, I mentioned, it's pretty much every day 1 of these squares gets done. Yeah, in fact it will be 29 days. So, you know, if you're wondering what you should be doing, it's going to be 1 of these squares. Okay, and again, you don't have to fill them all in advance. It's just you need to know, you know, as you're going along, you need to fill in the next one and then do that. But when you're feeling distracted, you go back to this and you think, well, this is where I am today. This is what I want to be. This is what I want to achieve. I know these things are going to happen, and then this is basically, you know, what I'm going to do to get there. You know, again, this is a picture of what we can, you know, practically do, and then this is physically what we're actually going to do. Okay, and you can see that, you know, the promotion bit is the same, basically. Of this, it just expanded more to an actual daily task. Okay, but the great thing about this is that, you know, when you go to this, or this, or this, even that one you might quite like because it's got your figures in there. But you know, mainly this one, just to remind you what, you know, what you're doing and why you're here. And you go to this, and then you can remember what your milestones are in the stages, and wherever you are in the stage, yeah, you'll have filled it in, and you'll have, you know, kind of ticks it off and do it. And the other thing, this basically runs in your browser. So the reason why I've done that is, you know, rather than you trying to find the file or you know, losing it, yeah, because it's in your browser, it's available on all your devices, including mobile and your laptop. It doesn't matter if you're at home or office or traveling, you can basically get to this all the time. I mean, obviously you can print it out if you want to, and, you know, post it on your toilet wall or whatever it is you want to do, but the fact that it's in your browser, it means you can get it all the time, and then you just make it your home page. Okay, so whenever you go to your browser home, you know, it will be there, and because I've got, remember, tags on mine, you know, it's always going to be there on the top left tag. Yeah, or you put, yeah, top left I think is easiest, but you can put it on top right if you want. So it's always there when you need it, and you can just go back and, you know, go, I need a rest, and you think, all right, yeah, this is what I'm doing. And then you look at your milestones, you think, oh yeah, this is what I need to do, and actually to achieve that I need to do the next one of these squares. Okay, so as I say, it serves, you know, 2 purposes. One, it's a complete kind of marketing plan in itself, and secondly it's a thing to motivate you, to keep you on track and to remind you why you're doing the work that you're doing. But also there's no distraction in this. It's not somebody else's rabbit hole to go down, it's your thing. And that's why I think it's important, because it's the best thing that you could possibly look at, is to remind yourself of your own plan. And because it's detailed, you know, like this, and it gives you all the strategy like this, and it gives you the targets like this, and your figures are there, then you know it reminds you what you need to do and why you're doing it, and that's why I think it's important. So that's it for now. As I say, if you want to join it, it's very cheap. You can go to click.com/focusboard, so you get immediate access to this, and then as soon as I've done stage 2, which is the advanced stuff, then you'll get access to that too. And inside the membership you'll get you know, deep explanations of how to do, you know, these things, what they can be, what kind of things you can do, what should be in the boxes, what the strategies are for it, not just the tactics, and all that. So it's a very good membership to have. So as I say, click.com/focusboard, join me there. It's very cheap, but it will keep you on track and stop you getting distracted, and that, you know, that's going to save you oodles of money in itself, and it's something that's well worth having. So that's it for now. Talk to you then. Bye for now. Bye bye.